All right, one of the most common questions that we get is how do I actually hear the audio that I'm setting up in the app? So there are a few different ways that you can go about this. The first and simplest is using your application capture. Since I'm on a Mac, it's going to come up as Mac OS audio capture. And this allows you, I already have Lumia set up, but this allows you to do two different things. You can either capture the audio from your entire desktop or from a specific application. In this case, it makes the most sense to just grab Lumia specifically. Okay, and just like that, it's set up. Of course, you're going to want to go into advanced audio properties and make sure that Lumia is set to monitor and output, or monitor only if you just, for some reason, want Lumia to only play in your ears. So that's the simplest way. Another method that I personally love is using Elgato Wavelink. So Wavelink is a separate application that you can essentially use as a virtual mixer. So you can add all of these audio inputs. And as you can see, I set up Lumia and all of the audio for Lumia is ran through there. And then from here, I have Wavelink set up as a single source. It captures all of these different audio tracks, but the major bonus is I can adjust how it sounds for me, or if I even hear it, and also adjust how it sounds for the stream. And there are audio effects that you can add to each as well, which is super nice. If you're on PC, you'll be able to even separate each of these audio channels in OBS, but for the Mac users, those do get compressed into one audio source. So, sad day, unfortunately. Another option is manually deciding where you want your output, going to settings, and then in general, you'll see that you have two options. Default audio output, it's just gonna, whatever your default is currently, it's gonna be set to that. But if you want it to say, go to your speakers or one of your monitors, you have the option to do so here. And then you have the same option to separately designate that for text to speech. Last method I'm going to cover, it's linked to the aforementioned examples, but say you want to set up an overlay, whether that's through the app or if you want to use HUD effects, right? You can have this function separately by going through the HUD effects website and setting a browser source in OBS. That's one method to have that audio play through and be apart from your Lumia audio. But if you do set up an overlay and you have it set up through the application capture or through Wavelink, that audio from your overlay is going to play through that source. So you don't have to worry. I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned, well, if you did for some reason want to have those separate, it's possible. You would probably have to just go through setting it up on HUD effects and making a separate browser source for that. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you on the next one.